We've just had the national anthem by the big band of blue, and the captain's about ready to meet at midfield for the coin toss. And like Mark and I were talking, this is to a lot of Gate City people going all the way back to people that are even older than I am, which most of them probably won't be alive, but there might be one or two.
I was going to say, there's not many left of those.
This has always been a big game. I mean, Virginia High, we still have a big rivalry with them in baseball and basketball, and it's been not as big a rivalry over the years, the last few years in football, because we've had the upper hand.
Right, but they have a new coach, Chris Thurman, and really pretty much all you have to do is mention that name to Blue Devil fans, and they, to a person, know that he was the head coach at Gretna when they
steamrolled.
left us for dead in Salem a couple of years ago, but and that is through no fault. I mean, it wasn't like they ran the score up. I mean, they were clearly the better team, and but we just remember that he was the coach of that team, and we had our opportunity to stop them that day and didn't. And you know, anytime anybody says, well, so and so ran the score up, well, that other team's got a chance to stop them. So you know, that's what you need to do. But no, you just a huge game here tonight. As the Blue Devils make their way onto Legion Field, a wet and soggy, and let's call it what it is, muddy Legion Field.
Virginia High looks like won the toss, or Virginia High is going to receive. I'm not sure who actually won the toss, but I would think maybe with their offense, if they did win the toss, they might want the football first.
Well, with their offense and with their defense too, you would think they would probably. The good news, if you're a Virginia High fan, which can't believe there'd be too many of those listening, but if you are, you score 30 points a game, which is great. The bad news is you give up 30 points a game, and that makes it tough to win.
That makes you wonder how anybody wins a game. And if you score 30 and give up 30,
well, maybe that's average. let's don't make this any more difficult than it needs to be.
The thing that bothers me here early is we haven't done a real good job of covering kickoffs in the last game or two, and Virginia High does possess a lot of speed, and we're going to have to kick off to them first.
So, as you called, Virginia High wins the toss, and obviously they want the football, and with their offense, I can't blame them for that. But yeah, we've got to, we've got to get down there and cover the kick. That's for sure. Because one thing Virginia High has, they've got some speed, and if we miss a tackle, they can take it 80 yards in a hurry.
On the near side for Virginia High is McCoy. On the far side is Josh Vaughn. They have a Vaughn also. So Johnson kicks it off, a low end over end kick is going to be fielded, maybe fielded by Vaughn, but it'll roll into the end zone even though it hit him. Never had possession. And in high school, that's a dead ball, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
Ball goes into the end zone. Virginia High will have it first and 10 at their.
So that's one good way to keep from running it back.
Kick it in the end zone.
Yeah, kick it in the end zone. And they have a kicker that definitely will.
Well, I hope he only gets to kick one time.
Start of the second half.
Start of the second half. That's the only time I hope we see him kick a football.
They'll come up with two wideouts, probably the east side, a flanker and a wideout. And Doc in the backfield at running back along with Bowers at quarterback. That's basically the formation they run. They'll run it the whole game. So Blue Devils almost jumped off sides, but let's see.
They did.
We did.
Yep.
As the flag came from the far side, as we had somebody in the neutral zone.
I believe that was A.J. Johnson that might have got in there a little early.
Against Gate City outside.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for Virginia High at their own 25-yard line. As Bowers, again, with that hard snap count, trying to draw him off. They put the flanker on the left side in motion. They fake it to him. Bowers rolls to his left, gets some pressure, throws the ball away. That's the only chance he had. Blue Devils got pressure on him. He just had to throw it into the Blue Devil sideline. If you're listening on radio in this first quarter, Virginia High moved from your right to your left. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 now for the Bearcats. Blue Devils got some good pressure that time, Mark, from Kaiser, Aaron Kaiser, defensive tackle. Now again, we have a flag, and I didn't see the Blue Devils jump this time.
No, I didn't either.
Makes you wonder if it's not a legal procedure on Virginia High.
It appears that that's what it's going to be.
Penalties against Virginia High.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 10 for the Bearcats. Move it back to the original line of scrimmage at 20.
2nd down 10.
This time they're going to line Doc up behind Bowers at quarterback. Still have 2 wideouts on the right, only one on the left. As they run the option, Bowers does, and gets across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. As he had Doc trailing, just didn't pitch it, kept it. And got about 6 yards on the carry. Be 3rd down and 4 for Virginia High. Looks like they're alternating a tackle on every play. They must be sending in plays by a tackle. You would think that'd be unusual, would?
Well, it is, but
3rd down and 4 now with those 2 wideouts to each side. Bowers with that hard count trying to, again, draw the Blue Devils off. And a keeper this time by Bowers, and he's got his 1st down at the 30.
yep, that'll be a 1st down just across the 30-yard line.
Maybe that's the new wrinkle they put in. I don't think he's running the ball that much all year.
Well, he did in the Jamboree. I thought he carried it quite a bit.
Okay.
But you know, the stats don't show that he's done that a lot, like you said, in the regular season. But
1st and 10 for Virginia High with 10:48 to go 1st quarter. No score. The ball on their own 30-yard line. Again, this time Doc lines up behind the quarterback Bowers, but they stay in a spread formation. Devils show blitz. As Bowers this time runs to his left, now pitches to Doc, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage for about a 3-yard loss. A.J. Johnson and Dusty Clark along with Seth Clark in the backfield.
and Owen Franklin too, I believe.
You know, I was looking today at the Blue Devil defense. You know, they grade each other. They get so many points for the first hit and assist and all that stuff. And Seth Clark's the leading Gate City in those points.
Well, I don't. That's usually your middle linebacker will do that.
Yeah.
If things are going right, it's when your safety leads in points.
That's when it's bad. Yeah. 2nd down and 13 now. Virginia High yet to throw a 5. And they hand off to Doc, and he breaks one tackle and is brought down over the 35 at about the 36-yard line. And I was kind of worried after that tackle. I was afraid there might have been a face man. I didn't see it, just the way he was brought down to the ground. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
About a gain of 9 on that.
Mm-hmm.
3rd down 4.
Two wideouts to the right, two to the left. And the left guard jumps for Virginia High, so we've been here before.
The hard count that time went the wrong way for the Cats.
Against Virginia High.
Another illegal procedure called on Virginia High. They ought to back it up and make it 3rd down at about 9 for the Bearcats.
Makes it 3rd down
At the 31, their own 31.
Clock runs 8:50 to go 1st quarter, no score.
They break the huddle with one wideout to the left, 3 wideouts to the right this time. Bowers rolls to his right, looks, gets some pressure, throws the ball over the middle, pass is complete for a 1st down up to the Blue Devil 43-yard line. And the completion is to McCoy for Virginia High as they flooded that zone on that side and hit McCoy for a first down.
Picks up enough for a Bearcat first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Virginia High at their own 43-yard line.
3-yard line.
1 for 1 in passing attempts so far for the Bearcats.
To the first and away.
Oh, okay, you're right. 1 for 2. Hand out to Doc, and he's submarine and tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Lost about a yard. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that, Mark, as I do many things during the broadcast.
Pretty much.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Pretty much the rule of thumb is the first thing you do is stop the run, right?
Kind of looks like that's what we're playing.
Well, I mean, I think that's probably the recipe for most defenses. Stop a run. And
This time they have 2 wideouts on the left, 2 on the right. As Bowers looks to his left, gets some pressure, throws a long pass down the field. That is complete to McCoy again in Blue Devil territory to 38. He made a good catch. We hit him hard, but he held on to the football. So Virginia High, even with a couple of penalties, moving the ball on the Blue Devil defense.
well, they're one of those offenses you're probably not going to stop them. You got to limit them.
Yeah.
And they're going to hit some of those. I mean, that's going to happen. They've done it all year, and they're going to do it tonight and have so far.
1st and 10 for Virginia High with 7:20 to go first quarter. They have it on the Blue Devil 38. 3 wideouts on the right. Bowers rolls that way. Throws a pass that again is complete to McCoy. Down the sideline, hit, knocked out of bounds inside the Blue Devil 20 at the 18-yard line.
Tackled by number 15, Dusty Clark.
It's Dusty Clark over there to knock him out of bounds, but Virginia High has it at Gate City 18. 1st and 10 with 7:03 to go. Clock stopped because of the out of bounds play.
Ball is at the Gate City 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Virginia High.
This time we have 2 wideouts left, 2 to the right. Bowers just on the keeper this time, cuts it up the middle and is hit after about a yard gain down to, well, maybe right at the line of scrimmage, back at the 18-yard line.
A.J. Johnson in on the stop for the Devils. Rapidly moving first quarter, 6:45 to go, no score.
No gain, makes it 2nd down and 10 for Virginia High. Ball at the Blue Devil 18. Doc this time behind Bowers. They hand off to Doc off the right guard, right tackle, and he gets inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and
Stopped by number 34, Seaver, Elliott
about 5
Franklin.
for Virginia High. Call it 3rd and 6
Third and about 5.
at the 14-yard line of Virginia High. Again, Doc lines up as a running back behind Bowers, the quarterback. Bowers runs the option right, pitches to Doc, and the Blue Devils play that well and bring him down at the line of scrimmage, if not for a yard loss. And the guy that played that pitch that came up was A.J. Johnson, I believe, had the pitch man.
So Virginia High, no question, will go for the field goal here, or at least line up for it. And as you said earlier, Ian Fry, this is a chip shot for Fry from 32 yards, distance-wise anyway. Certainly won't have any trouble getting it to the goalpost. Through, that might be another question.
Gets a good snap. The Blue Devils come with pressure, and I believe we got a hand on it.
I think
it's no good.
We might have got a piece of it, that's for sure. So Gate City holds, and they'll now have the football 1st and 10 on the 20.
So Virginia High moved up, down the field, and Blue Devils able to stop them on a key 3rd down play, and then somebody got through the line. We need spotters up here is what we need.
Yeah,
Mark.
I don't know if we blocked it or not, but it sure come out like we might have
Yeah.
got a hand on it. He certainly kicked it low if it wasn't blocked. So the Cats have it for 7 minutes and 3 seconds in the first quarter and come away empty-handed. Now it'll be Gate City's first possession inside 5 minutes to go, first quarter.
Blue Devils are going to go to the I formation. Well, now they switch and go split back, so the wing back on the right. Clark fakes, rolls to his right behind two blockers, 25, 30, 35, 40, and finally knocked down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah.
Dusty just kept it, had a couple of blockers out in front, cut it around the end and got real good yardage, over 20 on the carry.
Yeah, he went to make a cut, and there's just no way on that sideline. That's the wettest part of the field, probably. Traditionally, it is from just, you know, between the 40s on our sideline.
Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. This time they go to Perry High, Virginia High, with all their defensive people within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. They hand off to Trey Clark out of the tailback spot, and he gets maybe 2 yards across the 45 to the 46. You know, one of these times when you play one of these teams where they line up everybody within 5 yards, you'd like to see a play fake on a running play on the first play and throw the ball deep where you complete it or not.
Or you can keep it on the ground and get 25 on the first carry. Well, that's a nice option.
That's true.
But no, I know what you're saying. You're exactly right.
Full house, 2 tight ends for Gate City as we put Johnson in motion. Run to the left behind Johnson. It's Vaughn. He's at midfield and brought down. So the Blue Devils are going to have a 3rd down call here that's going to be about 4 yards, looks like. Vaughn gets it to midfield. Gate City needs to get it to the Virginia High 44 for a 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and 4, and we've only got 3:25 left here in the first quarter. No score.
Seaver Elliott into the offensive line up here. Seth Clark, Larry, been sick this week and not playing offense as of yet.
Full house is Trey Clark goes in motion. They hand off to Vaughn. He's hit, breaks 1 tackle, struggles for yardage, and it's going to be about a yard short as he gets it down to maybe the 46. So Coach Housewright has a decision to make here.
It's going to be just short, and there's no decision. We'll go for it. They're going to measure, though, I believe, Larry.
It looks like it.
But he is a good footballer, a little more short, I believe.
Yeah, I think so, too.
As they bring the sticks in from across the way.
A little more than a football, isn't it?
Not much more, but it'll be 4th down. Gate City's already sent what we call the heavy package in the lineup.
Jumbo package.
I don't know exactly what it's called, but hopefully after the snap it's called 1st down.
Blue Devils, pretty much on short yardage have run a quarterback sneak all year long.
Well, really, right here, all you have to do is move the ball forward, and it's a 1st down.
Well, get behind Big Aaron Stokes there, Dusty does, and he's guard on his left or his right, whichever way, and the Blue Devils go unbalanced line, strong side to the left. And they hand off to Vaughn, and he gets his 1st down across the 45 down to the 44 at Virginia High. Virginia High brought everybody they had, but the Blue Devils just outblocked them and able to get up enough yardage for a 1st down.
A gain of about 2 yards on that carry.
About 2:33 to go here, first quarter, no score. Gate City on the Virginia High 44. Devils go unbalanced line, strong side again to the left, split backs, and a wing back on the right. Run away from a motion with Clark at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and brought down from behind at the Virginia High 15-yard line. So we go away from the heavy side of the offensive line, run it to the weak side, and again, Dusty Clark picks up great yardage, over 20 again.
Yeah, we ran away from a strong side, but we also had Johnson set to the right, kind of in that wing spot there,
Right.
or whatever exactly position that is. That's about half tackle and half guard.
Yeah.
But
First and 10 at the Virginia High 15-yard line. One back set, wing backs on each side. One wing back on the left goes in motion. Hand off to Vaughn. He makes a cut, gets hit, gets inside the 10, down to about the 9. But holds on to the football.
Tackled by Alex Anderson.
yeah, that'll be important, obviously, tonight, as in any other game, I guess. But
Well, it looks like, it looks like every time Vaughn's touched the football, like maybe Virginia High might be 10 on him. And, I mean, who wouldn't? He's your leading rusher,
it'd be, if I was playing defense against, it'd be a good place to start.
I think that'd be the guy I'd look for, wouldn't you?
And then I'd shortly thereafter find number 15.
It'll be second down and about 4 at the Virginia High 9. Same set. This time Johnson goes in motion from wing back on the left. A hand off to Vaughn. He's hit the line of scrimmage, struggles inside the 5 and gets down to, looks like maybe the 2 or 3 yard line to be first and goal for Gate City.
Yeah, he got through there and kind of got his back turned and stumbled. If he hadn't have stumbled, he'd have walked into the end zone, but just got his feet tripped up a little bit. But nonetheless, as you said, first and goal to 3.
Devils have it first and goal at the 3-yard line.
With about 1 minute to go, first quarter here. Devils this time go full house and 2 tight ends. Put the left tight back in motion. And Clark keeps it, runs for the corner, and is into the end zone. Touchdown. Dusty Clark on a 3-yard touchdown.
Well, there he slid into home there with the first run of the game. It's 6-0, 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and Nick Bowen will be on to attempt the extra point for the Blue Devils. Logan Russell will snap, and I would imagine Trevor Grubb will be doing the holding.
In a game where the kickers such as Virginia High has, these extra points become very important.
Oh, absolutely.
Holding will be number 4, Trevor Grubb.
As we wait on the snap. Russell snap is good. They get it down, and Bowen kicks it right through the middle. So the Blue Devils lead by a score of 7-0 with 44.3 seconds to go. First quarter.
We'll be back.
A.J. Johnson kicks off. A low spinner that is going to be picked up by Vaughn at the 15 and gets it out into the open field, and really went down on his own. As he started to cut, he slipped, and he hit a hole.
Yeah, if he could have made a hard cut back to the inside, I don't know that we'd want to see the rest of it.
No. We're not doing a good job of staying in our lanes downfield. Excuse me.
Well,
as Virginia High bring it to the line of scrimmage at their own 39. That same set as they put the flanker on the left side in motion. That's McCoy. They fake to him. Throw a pass that is incomplete, a little too high. Pass intended for Loggins. Incomplete. Pass intended, my fault, for Logan Joyce, number 5.
City people down below us hollering for a holding call.
Clock stopped with 31.1 seconds left in the first quarter. Gate City on top, 7-0. You would think a team that throws the football a lot would probably get a few holding calls along the way.
It's true.
Wideouts to each side, and Virginia High will ask for a timeout.
And we'll take one too and be right back.
Virginia High.
Back at Leeson Field, where Virginia High has it second down and 10 at their own 39-yard line. They handed off to Doc. He breaks one tackle and gets hit from behind, but he picks up good yardage on second down across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Almost looked like it wasn't a real clean handoff between Bowers and Doc, but they drag the ball back just the nose of it touching the 45, so it makes it 3rd down and 4. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter. So after 1 quarter of play, the score is Gate City 7, Virginia High nothing. Back at Legion Field, where Virginia High has it 3rd down and about 4. They need to get to their own 49 for a first down. They have one wide out on the left, trips on the right. Bowers, the quarterback, drops straight back, looks over the middle, throws a pass, too wide for his intended receiver. That pass was intended for Jordan, so it'll be 4th down, and
don't bet on it.
Yeah, they said they hadn't punted all year, I thought you said.
Well, they don't punt very much. I mean, they've been known to go for 4th and 5 on their own 35 and 40, and you know, this is the right, I mean, the smart thing to do is to punt the ball here, but they haven't always done that.
If Fry punts the ball as well as he kicks off, Vaughn better.
Yeah, he's going now.
Better back up. Ian Fry to punt for Virginia High. Back deep for the Blue Devils is Joseph Vaughn, standing at his 20. High snap to Fry. He gets off a driving spiral that Vaughn feels that he is 17, up to the 20, 25, up the sideline, 35, 40, cuts to the middle, midfield, now breaks it to the near sideline. He's at the 30, one man to beat, and that man drags him down at the Blue Devil, Virginia High 10. I don't see a flag, do you?
No flag. I believe that was Fry, the punter, that saved the touchdown. And Gate City had a player down here, Larry, that he could have made an illegal block, and he pulled up wisely and didn't make that block, and he gets a helmet sticker for using his head there, because he was in grave peril of committing a foul, and he didn't, and that's very heads up by that young man not to commit that penalty, which was actually behind the ball.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line for Gate City. Virginia High 10. Devils in a pair eye with Trey Clark is standing tailback. They hand off to Trey, and he gets hit just as he gets the handoff and doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage, as Virginia High smelled that out. So a loss on the play of about 1 is going to bring up, so they're going to move it back. He almost lost 2 yards. Yeah, we call it 2nd down and goal from the 11. 11:03 to go, first half. Gate City leads Virginia High 7-0. Devils come this time with a pair eye. And the jumbo backs in as blockers. Again, they fake to the tailback. Dustin Clark keeps it, dives inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line. Dusty keeps it and spot it right at, it looks like right at the 3. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from a Virginia High 3. As Virginia High had blown up that inside handoff play to Trey, and this time we run wide on.
Boy, they didn't give us exactly the right mark there. He had the ball clearly on the 3-yard line, and Gate City will ask for a timeout. Larry, we'll take one too.
3rd down and goal from the Virginia High, almost the 4-yard line. The Devils go with the wing back on the left. As Clark keeps it, goes into the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown this time. He had a 3 the other time and a 4 this time. Dusty Clark from, we'll call it 4 because it wasn't all the way down to the 3, so.
It's hard to give a 3 3/4 yard one.
Yeah.
So Gate City will have Nick Bowen on again to attempt the extra point, leading 13-0 with 10-12 to go here in the first half.
You know, that's pretty much the same play he ran for the touchdown on the other end.
Except to the left instead
yeah,
of the
just
right.
different side. Good snap. They get it down, and Bowen kicks it right through the middle again. So the Blue Devils lead Virginia High 14-0. Nick Bowen prepares to kick off for the Blue Devils. A little bit higher kick. It's going to be fielded by Vaughn at about his 13. And the Blue Devils go after him, miss him on a tackle, and finally bring him down at about his own 32-yard line.
Yeah, much better coverage that time. Much better.
Nick can get the football a little higher than AJ.
Right. Yeah, that was better coverage, but like you said, a little higher kick, give us a little more time to get down there.
Yeah, and we still missed first man missed a tackle.
Well, we did miss a tackle, but that was a pretty good spin move he made too.
Well, it was.
But yeah, you're right, we did. But the 32 beats the 50. We're gaining on it.
First down and 10 for the Bearcats at their own 33. They have trips on the right, one wide out to the left side. As Bowers keeps it on the quarterback keeper, and he gets stacked up after he gets across the 35. Gain maybe 2.
Well, it sure looked like that ball just about come out when he got hit in the back. It's almost like he reached to grab the ball again.
Tackled by Joseph Vaughn and A.J. Johnson.
Gain of, well, we'll call it 3, make it second down and 7. The ball spotted finally at the 36-yard line of Virginia High. 9:35 to go first half. Gate City leads Virginia High by a score of 14-0. Bowers again brings his team to the line of scrimmage with trips on the right, one wide out on the left. And a wide out on the right side moved.
Yes, it is.
The flanker on the right side, number 5, that would be Logan Joyce, was a little bit quick. So the legal procedure will back Virginia High up 5 and make it second down and probably about 12. Back to their own 31 with 9:18 to go. Gate City on top, 14-0 on 2 Dusty Clark touchdowns. Now this time they go back to 2 wide outs to each side. Bowers drops straight back, gets some pressure. They had the screen set up, and it's got some people in front of it. And the Blue Devils finally bring him down inside of Gate City territory at their own 49 as they had blockers out in front, and that was a well set up screen pass.
It was. That's well executed, and like I said, they're going to make a few plays on us. I mean, that's going to happen.
First and 10 at the Blue Devil 48 for Virginia High.
Good thing is they only give them points when they cross the goal line.
This time 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. McCoy for, he's going to be the slot back on this one. As Bowers rose to his left, looks, pass, broken up by Montana Morris on a great play.
Yes, absolutely a fine play by Morris. Reaches in at the last second and knocks the ball away.
He might be man for man the best cover guy we've got. He's had a couple of interceptions this year and broken up some passes.
Yeah, and just a sophomore.
Make it second down and 10 now for the Bearcats. At their own 40, the Blue Devil 48 rather. Morris has the outside man on the left side. They hand off to Doc, who cuts it up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and finally brought down from behind by Derek Miller, but he's all the way down to the Blue Devil 26-yard line. As Gate City's inside linebackers that time either got blocked or were in some kind of pass coverage. As Virginia High goes without a huddle here. Bowers, hand off to Doc again. Stutter step inside, and this time he gets stacked up after a gain of maybe 1 on the play. Kaiser and Johnson on the carry. On the stop, rather, as Damon Doc on the carry. Give him 2, make it second down and 8. Ball spotted at the Blue Devil 24-yard line. With 7:50 to go in the first half and Gate City on top of Virginia High 14-0. See, we only have 1 linebacker right here. As Bowers keeps it, cuts it up inside the 20, down to about the 17, maybe a yard short of a first down.
Well, I mean, you've got to go cover those guys.
Yeah, you can't leave them uncovered,
nope,
can you?
Nope, you've got to cover them, and that spreads you a little thin, and that means you have to win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's where your defensive tackles have got to do a real job.
Yep.
It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for Virginia High. Damon Dock in the backfield along with quarterback Andy Bowers for Virginia High. Trips to the right. High snap, hand off to Dock. He's got an opening on the far side, makes a move on the Blue Devil defender, and only a good tackle by Morris again saved a touchdown as he brings him down at about the 7-yard line of Gate City. As right now, their offensive line's winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
Well, that's true, but now they've got 5 or 6 to block 4.
Yeah, I know.
They better win.
It'll be 1st and goal for Virginia High as Bowers on the quarterback keeper right up the middle slips. If he hadn't have slipped, to be honest, he'd have walked into the end zone.
Oh, yeah, he scores easy if he doesn't fall down.
So he gets down to probably the 1, it looks like.
Yeah, maybe inside. Well, no, they're going to back it up.
To about the 2, looks like that.
Yeah, see that to be a real good spot either.
2nd down and goal for Virginia High. Ball spotted at the Blue Devil 2. They stay, same formation.
Well, I think Bowers is going to carry the ball.
And he does keep it off the left side, and he's hit and stopped short of the end zone. First man to hit him on that time was Seth Clark, I believe. So he might have gained 1. It's going to be 4th down and goal from about the 1-yard line. 3rd down? 3rd down and go. Well, I looked at the sticks over and he had 4th down. 3rd down and go. From a Blue Devil 1. Fumble here would be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, it would. It's not a high likelihood, but it'd be nice.
Snap to Bowers, running right. Goes into the end zone. Yeah,
Touchdown.
for a touchdown. I couldn't see the official. 1-yard touchdown for Andy Bowers.
Yeah, they finally found our soft spot, Larry. But that'll get adjusted pretty quickly, I'd imagine. But again, there's only so much you can do when they spread you out like that. It makes it difficult.
Well, I heard somebody say one time that a spread offense is actually a better running offense than it is a passing offense. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick by Fry is good. So the score is Gate City 14, Virginia High 7.
We'll be back.
Ian Fry's kickoff is a high line drive. It's going to go over Bond's head into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, not a surprise there by any means.
He does have a good leg. It's
a good weapon to have.
The Blue Devils football on their own 20, 1st and 10, as Virginia High just scored with 5:24 to go.
Nice 5:24 drive right here. Would be good, wouldn't it?
Gate City comes out of the huddle with the power eye, and Trey Clark, the tailback, unbalanced line, strong side to the left. As this time we run kind of a draw, and Clark breaks 1 tackle to the line of scrimmage, gets 5, 10, and finally brought down after a gain of about 14 yards up to the Blue Devil 34-yard line.
And I believe there's a Bearcat down across the way, Larry. And we'll take a break while they tend to the injured Bearcat.
The injured Bearcat was Josh Jordan, number 3. Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. This time we go full house, 2 tight end. Put the left tight back in motion. Fake it, throw a pass, long pass over the middle that is intended for our tight end who was open. Pass intended for Miller, but Dusty just didn't put enough iron under it.
Yeah, that that and it's hard to sprint on
Wet field.
on
Yeah.
a wet field like that too. That was probably the biggest contributing factor to that.
But still, there's a pass.
Right.
You know, a fairly long pass, 25, 30-yard completion if you complete it.
Yeah,
That may back your safety up off the line of scrimmage.
yep. Even if it's a step.
Wing back to the left, split backs in the backfield. Dusty fakes, rolls to his left. This time Virginia High stacks that play up. That's the play that we've run for 2 touchdowns, and Virginia High defense playing a little better than I expected they would.
Well, Larry, how many times we had the ball?
Twice.
How many times we scored?
Twice.
Thank you.
Well, third time right now. Third down and 8. Don't ask me those tough questions.
But I will say this is going to be a tough one here. It's 3rd and 8. Yeah, I mean, it is.
You would almost think this would be a passing situation for Gate City, but we just haven't done much passing all year.
Well,
As we go to the I formation with Vaughn, the fullback, we fake, we look, we throw a pass out in the flat intended for our wingback, Seth Clark, and the pass is incomplete. So stops the clock with 4:11 to go, and Blue Devils will have to punt.
that's 2 out of 3.
Back deep for Virginia High is going to be the kid that got shaken up a little bit a while ago, Josh Jordan, number 3, and on the far side will be Anthony McCoy, number 8. And Dusty Clark will do the punting for Gate City. Virginia High with 6 men on the line of scrimmage. A high snap, but Clark brings it down, gets off an end-over-end kick that is fielded by Jordan on a fair catch, and Virginia High will have pretty good field position at their own 38-yard line.
Now, a big possession here for both these teams here because, Virginia High gone down and scored and got within a touchdown. They've got the ball here, Larry, and, you need to keep them out of the end zone here. Don't.
Well, they may have a little momentum, Mark, because they scored and they held the Blue Devils and forced a punt. So, yeah, it is big possession. Again, 2 wideouts to each side is Andy Bowers, the quarterback, drops straight back, looks, gets some pressure, pass is complete to Logan, and he's dragged down short of the first down marker, but it's going to be a 9-yard gain on the play. That was Jordan on the completion.
Yeah, we don't have much pressure on Bowers.
Well, it's kind of the same
thing.
reason.
Yeah, you can't.
You got all your people spread out covering receivers. You don't have anybody to get there. I mean, it leaves it up to your front 4.
That's right.
2nd down and 1 as they hand off to Doc, running to his right. He has plenty of yardage in front of him as Clark brings him down. Dusty Clark, the safety, brings him down at about the 36-yard line of Gate City. So it's another first down for the Bearcats, and they have it on the Blue Devil 36-yard line, and somebody wants a timeout.
No, it's
Officials timeout.
No, it's officials timeout. 55's got a headgear issue or something. He's got to go out of the game.
And that's the center. That could be very important. Got to bring a new center in to snap.
Either that or Virginia High will have to take timeout, and they're not looking like that's what they're going to do.
Well, he's going to change headgear is what he's going to do.
It looks like that.
It's not like an injured player that he has to go out for one play.
No, if it's not an injury, and that's the proper thing to do, obviously.
1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the Blue Devil 36-yard line with 3:12 to go in the first half. Miller will have McCoy on the far side as a flanker. And the quarterback keeper this time gets around the corner and doesn't get a first down, but about every running play for him now is getting 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, they don't, right now they don't need to throw the football.
No, they have it spread out to where there's a lot of lanes. If they just get a crease at the line of scrimmage, they've got 10 yards open because the receivers have taken our defensive people down the field, covering them man for man. Second down and 3 with 2:30 to go first half. Gate City on top 14-7. As Bowers rolls to his right, looks, gets some pressure, pass is incomplete. Pass intended that time for McCoy. I think he heard footsteps behind him.
I don't know about footsteps. He heard bells after he got hit because he shook his head.
That'll bring up third down and about 3 for Virginia High. You know, this be one of them times that you have that guy out there on that flanker like he's going to cover him and then blitz from that spot.
3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. Bowers hands off to Doc running left, and he stopped short of the first down. And we also have a flag in the backfield, defensive backfield of Gate City.
And I'd say
Tackled by Owen Franklin and
the way Gate City appears to be happy about this, it's going to be on the Cats. We'll see.
Well, I saw the official on the far sideline motion toward Gate City. But they're talking to our captain, so I would think that would be on Virginia High.
Yeah.
Holding called on Virginia High. And that's one of those deals, Mark, where that play was, that holding call was 5 or 6 yards ahead of the running play.
Might explain why they've had a lot of success doing that. Might not either. I don't know. Have to watch the film and see. But I know there's a lot of people down here on this side complaining about holding. I hear it.
3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 for the Bearcats now. Ball moved back to the 37-yard line of Gate City as Bowers drops straight back. Devils try to get some pressure. Pass over the middle, complete to McCoy. Just right down the seam, and he breaks the tackle, gets inside the 5-yard line. They'll spot him maybe right on the 5. Let's see where Jeter spots it.
4.
Spots it on the 4. It'll be 1st and goal for, well, I believe it's a little short of 4.
1st and goal at the Gate City 4-yard line.
We'll call it the 4. 1st and goal at the Gate City 4 with 1:57 to go. First half. Virginia High threatened to tie this ball game up right at halftime. And off to Bowers. He runs into the end zone. Touchdown. 4-yard touchdown by Andy Bowers. So 2 plays, 2 touchdowns by Bowers, 2 touchdowns by our quarterback, and the quarterbacks have done all the scoring.
Yeah, they have, and that time Bowers just untouched, really. Got a block by his right guard and was able to scoot in to the end zone, and now Frown to attempt the extra point to tie the game.
McCoy will hold for the extra point. And he and Fry will, as Mark said, will kick it. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the score is tied. Gate City 14, Virginia High 14.
We'll take a break.
Fry will kick off for Virginia High. Trey Clark on the near side and Vaughn on the far side. As Clark fields it, that is 1. He's up to the 5, 10, 15. Bounces off a tackler and holds on to the football. It almost looked like he had to reach back and hold on to the football and got up to the 25-yard line. He got a pretty good lick at about the 20.
Yeah, just got both arms around it to make sure it wasn't going to fall out. Now the Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10 with 1:34 to go. First half, find themselves now in a 14-14 game.
Gate City, I believe, has 2 timeouts left. Is that not right?
I think that's something like that.
Devils are going to go to the wishbone this time. First time tonight. They hand it off to Trey Clark out of the backfield, and he only gains maybe a yard, maybe 2, as Trey was the deep back.
Well, right now, Larry, Virginia High thinks they can.
Oh, yeah, and that's dangerous.
We got to take the think you can away from them.
Gain of only 1 on the play. So the
Second down 9.
still short of the 25 with about a minute 5 to go. Probably under a minute by the time Gate City snaps the football.
And you might look for Virginia High to call a timeout if we don't get much yardage here.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
An odd formation that time as Dusty kept the ball and is thrown for a loss. And I see the coaches out on the far side wanting a timeout for Virginia High. So with 39.3 seconds to go in the first half, Virginia High is taking a timeout. 3rd and 11. This time from the Blue Devil 22. Full house. Clark drops back, looks, cocks it. Can't get rid of it. Now he's going to be sacked back at about his 20-yard line. And Virginia High will ask for another timeout. As the Devils had a 2-man pattern out, and Virginia High had both receivers covered.
So Virginia High will get their hands on the football again. They'll have no timeouts. Most important thing here is to get a good snap and get the kick away.
And tackle the man that receives the punt, too.
That's right.
Back deep on the near side will be Josh Jordan. On the far side will be Anthony McCoy. Dustin Clark will do the punting for Gate City.
Anthony McCoy.
As the snap is to Clark. Virginia High drops back and to block for the punt as McCoy fields it at about his 37. Cuts it back to the far side, and the Blue Devils bring him down up across the 40 at about the 41 with 18.6 seconds left. Now, Blue Devils have an injured player on the field, and I believe that's Kaiser, isn't it?
It is Aaron Kaiser that's down. So they will tend to Kaiser, and while they do, we'll take a break.
Aaron Kaiser up on his feet now, walking off the field, but now he's limping pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Looked like he's reaching down around his shin area, and may just got kicked in the shin or something. But with 18.6 to go, Virginia High will have it at their own 40. Score tied 14-14 here. 2 wideouts to each side. Devils drop 3 safeties back about 10 yards deep of the line of scrimmage as Bowers gets some pressure, rolls to his right, looks, throws a pass. That is,
well, make the call.
Complete, I guess. John Wayne Martin marks it short of midfield.
Number 7, Ryan Logan.
Was, I guess the clock's supposed to be stopped. He went out of bounds, so it's not a first down by any means.
It'll be 2nd down and 1, but Virginia High has it at their own 49 with 10.2 seconds to go. Devils drop Dusty Clark back as a deep safety. And they put some pressure on him, and this pass is complete. Inside the Blue Devil 30 at about the 28. Pass complete to Josh Jordan. And Virginia High keeps marching down the field. They have 2.1 seconds to go, so you figure that's one play.
Yeah, well, they'll probably spike it, Larry, and try to kick a field goal.
I hadn't thought about that. But they stay in the spread as Bowers throws a long pass. That is incomplete, off the fingertips of his intended receiver, Jordan, and that'll be the end of the first half. Score at halftime, Gate City 14, Virginia High 14.
Gate City, Trey Clark and Joseph.
To kick off here for Virginia High to start this second quarter, Ian Fry, who has put it in the end zone once and right down to the 1 the time before. Back deep, it's going to be on the far side, Joseph Vaughn. On the near side, Trey Clark. So we'll see how Fry hits this one, and he hits it pretty well, but it's going to be short of the goal line and fielded by Vaughn at about his 3, 10, 15, 20. Has a hole up the middle. He's at the 35, 40, 45, midfield, 45 looking for blockers in front. Gets down to the Virginia High 35-yard line. no flags, and the Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 at the Virginia High 35. That's a good way to start the second half.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt your field position any, that's for sure.
And that's one thing that you brought up in the first half. We haven't had good field position.
Well, the first 2 times we had the ball, we did.
Yeah.
And the last 2 times we didn't have it. We only had it 4 times, I believe, in the first half.
So the Blue Devils have it 1st and 10 at the Virginia High 35. And we'll see if we made any offensive changes, as it seems like we're taking a long time in the huddle, but we still got 16 seconds on the play clock. Devils go full house, 2 tight end, and put Trey Clark in motion. Handed off to Bond, runs off the right side, picks up 4 or 5 yards down to about the 30. And you mentioned that too at halftime, Mark. You said that we hadn't run Bond much, but we'd seen a game or 2 before where we kind of spoon-fed it to him in the second half.
Yeah, and I suspect we'll see a lot more of 31 in the second half.
So a gain of 5 brings up 2nd down and 5 for Gate City from the 30 of Virginia High with 11:15 to go, 3rd quarter, and this time the Devils go to split backs. H.A. Johnson in a slot on the right side. Hand off to Vaughn on a quick opener, and he's going to be about a yard short down close to the 26-yard line of Virginia High. To be 3rd down and 1.
And Aaron Stokes, Larry, dinged up there trying to stay in the game. Actually, Aaron in a little bit of pain, but you're going to have to hurt him to get him to come out.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure every one of those kids down there in blue realize how big a football game this is for Larry Gate City.
Oh, no question. This is why you play games like this.
A.J. Johnson checks out of the lineup. Devils go with a wide out and a slot, and puts the slot in motion. And a handoff again to Bond. He's got his 1st down. He's down to the 20, down to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Virginia High 15. As that time he got a pretty good hold off the right side, and maybe the last 6 or 7 yards was just Joseph Vaughn. So with about 10:10 to go in the 3rd quarter, Gate City has it 1st and 10 at the 15 of Virginia High. And we did a little something there, Mark, on that play. We split them out. I mean, we split out a couple of people, which takes some defensive people out of the middle of their lineup.
That's right.
And this time we put back in motion. Dusty keeps it running for the left and is brought down at about the 10. So it's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. Maybe 4. Call it 2nd down and 6. It's spotted just short of the 10 at the 11. Devils down to, looks like the 6-yard line, well, the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you,
for a 1st down.
I thought they come just close to getting a late hit called on them there.
Devils again, 2 wide outs to the right. And split backs. Hand off. Fake to the fullback. Clark keeps it right behind the fullback and only gets down maybe to the 8-yard line. So see where they finally spotted. Like they spotted it about the 9 instead of 8, isn't it?
Yep. It's a strong 4 yards to go.
Yeah. It's going to be 3rd down and at about 4, as you said. Closer to 5 almost, but Blue Devils again will go this time with a double wing back set on the right, 1 back set in the backfield, and that's Vaughn. Hand off to Vaughn, running right. He's into the end zone, touchdown. Dusty Vaughn from 11 yards out puts the Blue Devils on top. Dusty Vaughn. Joseph Vaughn.
I wasn't going there.
That's all right.
I wasn't going there. Yeah, he had a big hole to run through that time. No question about it. We got something accomplished that time.
How about Joseph Vaughn on a handoff from Dusty Clark, is it?
Well, it's pretty good.
I believe you're right, Tim. Tim said that run should have put him over 1,000 yards for this season so far.
Now, big extra point coming up here. Bowen to attempt, grub the hold, Russell to snap.
It's a low snap and a bad snap, and pass is thrown into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. Catch made. No, it's incomplete. As the pass was intended for Trey Clark, and we had a bad snap, a low snap, and on the fire play threw it into the end zone and come up short. So it makes the score 20-14 Gate City. Back at Legion Field, where the Blue Devils have just come up short on an extra point. They do have the lead over Virginia High by a score of 20-14, but Gate City did come out and only used up about, 3 minutes and a half?
That's what they used.
To get a score on the board.
But got a good kickoff return. That helped a lot.
Nick Vaughn will kick off. On the far side is McCoy. On the near side is Vaughn for Virginia High, and it's a high end over end kick. Vaughn feels that he's 13. He's up to the 20, 25, breaks it out in the open, and finally a Blue Devil brings it down. I believe it's Trey Clark on the tackle just short of the 40.
Yep.
Spotted back at the 39, so Virginia High dangerous in a lot of different ways. They'll have it at 1st and 10 at their own 39.
Now it's up to the defense, Larry. We've got to find a way to get them stopped.
Well, I was going to see if we looked like we might have done anything any different. They have trips on this side. We show 2 linebackers and we jump offside. As our guard on the, or defensive tackle on the left side jumped early.
You know, we did that on the first play on defense, but that may be on them, actually.
It's possible.
They sure are discussing it. It's not clear cut that it's on us.
I think the Gate City players are clapping their hands.
Yep.
It's an illegal procedure called on Virginia High.
Yeah, that's Matt Sloan, I believe, was the guy that went, and he obviously saw something and went.
That's something a little different too, Mark. Matt doesn't start.
Well, he came in when Kaiser got hurt.
Okay. Virginia High goes trips to the right as 1st and 15. Single receiver on the far side. As Bauer throws a pass that is incomplete. Good defensive play that time.
Yep.
By Shannon Elliott. Seaver Elliott, wasn't it?
Yep. Elliott, Clark, and Clark.
And that defense looked a little bit different.
Had 2 linebackers staying in the middle.
Yep. So incomplete pass makes it 2nd down and 15.
Well, Larry, we'll have to give them something somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
To keep them from running the ball. They were gutting us running it. And they moved again.
So Virginia High is going to pick up another 5-yard penalty. And the Blue Devil faithful are finally getting into the football game too. It's been a crowd tonight because of the weather or whatever. They kind of sit on their hands.
Yeah, it's kind of a damp, chilly night, and might have got a little complacent. The fans, not the players.
Right. It'll be 2nd down and 20 now. Ball back at the 29-yard line of Virginia High. They hand off to Doc, running to his left. He spins, and we get Sloan gets an ankle tackle, and the ball's fumbled, but they say he's down.
Yes.
Before the fumble came, so
yeah, he was marked down early. So
Matt Sloan reached out and got an ankle, and brought him down after a gain of maybe 6 on the play, 5.
Yeah, we'll give them 3 or 4 or 5 yards when it's 2nd and 20. That's right.
3rd down at about 15. There's Bowers, the quarterback for Virginia High. Takes the snap, looks down the field, throws a long pass down the sideline. It is incomplete. Good defense as the Blue Devils with Miller and Montana Morris doubled that receiver on that side and broke up the play, and Virginia High will have to punt.
Yes, they will.
The whole scheme by that defense looked a little bit different than the first half.
Well, again, I not knowing much about it, just looked like we had more people committed to the run.
Yeah. Back deep is Vaughn to receive the punt. It's a wobbly punt that Vaughn stays away from, and it's going to take a Virginia High roll and be down at the Blue Devil 28-yard line.
Yeah, good move by Vaughn. They had a little, not a knuckle ball, but it wasn't an easy ball to field, and with a wet field like that, you're not usually going to get a real big roll. So now, Larry, the Blue Devils, with a good drive here, can go a long way taking control of this game.
Yeah, I agree, Mark. It needs to be one of those 6.5, 7-minute drives. Eat some clock up and put another score on the board. Devils will go with a wide out to the left, split backs and a wing back in A.J. Johnson on the left-hand side. As a lead blocker, handoff to Trey Clark, and he gets across the 30 up close to the 34-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 6 on the play, maybe 7. Gain of 7 brings up 2nd down and 3, long 3 maybe. They need to get it, looks like, it's hard to read the yard markers with all the wet ground, but it looks like at about the 38 they can get a first down. Devils again, this time with 2 wideouts on the left. Split backs as Johnson goes in motion. They hand off to Vaughn. He breaks it to the 40, to the 41. Virginia High tries to strip the football, but Joseph holds on, and we have a 1st and 10 at the Gate City 42.
Yeah, just a little crease there that time, and Vaughn able to work it up in there a little bit, and before you know it, 6, 7 yards.
Yeah. 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 42-yard line with 6:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Gate City leads Virginia High by a score 20-14. This time Blue Devils go unbalanced, strong side to the right with Vaughn on that side. Handoff on a trap play to Trey Clark, and he fights up close to midfield, gains about 7 on that carry, and it's going to be spotted maybe we see his knee drug about the just short of the 49, but a good 7-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 3. As again, the Blue Devils need to get it down to the Virginia High 48-yard line for a first down. One thing we've done with A.J. Johnson, too, we moved him off that wing to right in behind the guard and tackle on our right side as a lead blocker. This time, Dusty keeps it around the end, has to break down one of his own blockers. He knocked him for 2 or 3 yards, but he has a first down to the Virginia High 40. As Dusty was waiting on a block from Calton over there. If he gets it, he's gone.
Well, he got a good block from him, but he just got out there too close to him. I thought Calton had a good block, and but that's one of those things he can't plant that right foot and cut off that block.
1st and 10 at the Virginia High 40. With under 5:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Blue Devils moving the football. This time we'll go to 2 tight ends and a full house. And the right halfback, Seth Clark, goes in motion. They hand off to Vaughn around the left side, straight arms a man, and is finally spun down at about the 36-yard line, a gain of close to 5 on that carry. McCoy on the tackle. More like a 4-yard gain, but 2nd down and 6 for Gate City at the Virginia High 36-yard line. A.J. Johnson comes back in, probably to replace Seth Clark.
Yeah, Clark's got a helmet problem, Larry. They're working on his helmet. He's about ready to go back.
Blue Devils will go with that double wing set on the double wing back set on the left here, and Vaughn, the standing back in the backfield as Dusty slips the tackle, goes toward the sideline, and gets inside the 30 of Virginia High, and they spot it at about the 29. It should be 1st and 10, Gate City.
If it's across the 30, it's a first down.
1st and 10, Blue Devils at the Virginia High 29. Now this half, Mark, so far the Gate City offensive line looks like it's taking control.
It looks like there was a meeting at halftime, is what it looks like.
4:15 to go, 3rd quarter. Gate City with 2 wing backs on the right-hand side. Dusty fakes, keeps it behind his fullback, and only picks up a yard or so.
Yeah, his feet went out from under him. Tried to push off and cut up in there, and
Gained
Slip.
about 2 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8. And we're down to 3:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. And
2nd down, 8.
I think the thing Dusty brings to this team is speed. You know, I know you can run that ball up inside behind that fullback and behind your line, but Dusty's biggest asset's getting outside.
Well, we've got 2 or 3 people can run a little bit.
We go split backs, a wing back on the right, hand off to Vaughn around the right side. He's across the 25 down to about the 24. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. So the Blue Devils have a couple downs to pick up 4 yards here.
Well, let's just pretend it won't take 2 downs.
Okay.
Let's just get 5 right here.
1st and 10 at the, you got me all, that don't take much. 3rd and 5 at the Virginia High 34, I formation. And off to Trey Clark, he's hit, and only maybe picks up a yard. So now you got a big play coming up where you may have lost a yard on that play back to the 20.
Stopped by Alex Anderson.
Yeah, we didn't get back to the line.
24-yard line.
They may mark it up there, but we didn't quite get back to the line.
So it's 4th down now for Gate City, 4th and again 5. As Seth Clark comes in, somebody's got to go out, guys. It's going to be Trey Clark that comes out of the lineup. We have the jumbo package in here with Seth Clark and A.J. Johnson in the backfield. And Seth Clark is going to line up at the left halfback spot. As Clark keeps it, cuts inside, we'll go to the flag on this play. As Clark probably has a 1st down.
Yeah, there'll be
inside
a
the 20, but it's probably going to be a hold, as you said, Mark.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Blue Devils, and that's a big penalty because it's going to be marked off from a 27 back to the 37. It's going to be nearly 18 yards to go for a 1st down once they mark that penalty against the Blue Devils off. Well, actually, we might not have even gotten the 1st down, though.
No, it's free.
No, we didn't.
Where they spotted it there, they probably don't have.
No, I thought we had gotten the 1st down. Well, Virginia High will just take the ball right there then, won't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, we got a lot more yards. Yeah.
That wasn't a good spot.
No, we had a 1st down. That's why I wasn't, that's why I was, marking us back here because watch it on film. He clearly went across the 19-yard line, but they say not, so the Cats hold, and that's a big hold there for Virginia High, a big stop.
Be Virginia High ball 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 1:56 to go in the 3rd quarter, and they trail Gate City by 6. As they come with trips to the right, wide out to the left. Bowers at quarterback. Hands off to Doc, running left, and this time we stack him up, no gain. So that was one of their bread and butter running plays in the 1st half. This time, no gain, makes it 2nd down and 10 for Virginia High. Ball spotted right on the 20 of Virginia High. This time 2 wideouts to each side. Bowers drops straight back, looks, gets some pressure over the middle, pass is complete to a man going down the far side, has his 1st down, and finally Gate City brings him down across the 40 up to about the 43. As our back on that side that was covering him got caught inside and got blocked, and he couldn't get to him.
That's what happened.
So it's 1st and 10 at the Bearcat 40, about the 43-yard line, it looks like. With 1:13 to go, and clock running. Trips on the right, one wide out to the left, and off to Doc, running left, and he's brought down, but he picks up about 5-6 yards on the carry, up close to the, spotted at about the 48-yard line. Virginia High 48, so A gain of about 6 on the play makes it 2nd down and 4. And Virginia High with a drive going here. Started at their own 20, and they've moved it 2 yards shy of midfield. This time the Bearcats come with trips to the right, one to the left. Quarterback keeper left this time, and he stopped short of the first down as he gets maybe to the 49 of Gate City. He had to make it to about the 48. And that'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's Gate City 20, Virginia High 14. Back at Legion Field where we're starting the 4th quarter of the ball game. Gate City with a 6-point lead over Virginia High, 20-14. Bearcats have it on the Blue Devil 49. 3rd down and 2. And they have moved again.
Well, the center did a fake snap. He started to snap a ball and stopped it.
That makes about 3 times they've been called for the same penalty tonight, doesn't it?
Yep.
But you know, even that quarterback, the way he's bobbing his head around, and the running back also moved, I thought, didn't you?
3rd down 7.
So that makes it a 3rd down and 7 play, and we got to cover a pass here somewhere.
Yep, need to get it back.
They have 2 wideouts on the right, 1 on the left. As Bowers rolls to his right, throws the ball that is behind his intended receiver, McCoy, incomplete. And now we have a roughing the passer called on
the Blue Devils.
Yeah, the Blue Devils.
Yep, we sure did.
We had that play stopped.
And now we've got another penalty against the Blue Devils. We're going to have 30 yards in penalties. Got 30 yards and penalties coming, and that's not going to be good. Lost our composure there a little, Larry.
Yeah, we did. That's something that this team is
not done.
Not done all year. And it's something that right now you don't need to do it in the ball game.
No, I mean, this is clearly 30 yards coming against the Blue Devils. And we had them stopped.
Had them stopped. They had a bad pass.
Roughing the passer against the Blue Devils. That'll be 15. That's going to put it at the 40. They're going to have the ball 1st and 10 when all's said and done at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 25-yard line.
Well, actually inside that. Unsportsmanlike, Gate City. Gate City penalized another 15 here. It'll be at the 24, I believe.
That's where it's going to be. 1st and 10 for Virginia High to Blue Devil. 24-yard line after 30 yards and penalties. And on top of that, we had the play stopped.
Yes, we did.
4th and long yardage.
And we're going to have a timeout. No, let's see. Timeout will be asked for by Gate City. We'll take one, too.
First and 10, Andy Bowers throws a long pass down intended for his receiver McCoy and the Blue Devils with Joseph Fine hit him just as the ball got there. Pass incomplete. So it brings up 2nd down and 10 for Virginia High from the Blue Devil 24-yard line. Blue Devil defense has got to find some way to keep Virginia High out of the end zone here.
Yep.
As they go 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left.
They may run Doc right here. Let's see.
Man coverage, and they run Doc to the right, and the Blue Devils stop him with a yard loss.
Seaver Elliott.
Seaver Elliott stops him back behind the 25 at the 26. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
I just thought that's what they would do there.
They actually put it back to where the nose is on the 25, but he was definitely brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 11 here. as the Blue Devils trying to get the fans behind them here on the Gate City side. Andy Bowers, the quarterback for Virginia High. Damon Dock in the backfield with him. Wideouts to each side as Bowers drops straight back, throws a long pass down the field. That is complete. Touchdown. Pass completed to Josh Jordan.
Well, Larry, that's twice they've done that. They just run the guy down the seam there, and we just don't have him covered very good.
So that's a 25-yard touchdown pass.
So now Ian Fry will come on to try to give the Cats the lead with 10:57 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And the kick is up. And the kick is good. So Virginia High goes on top of Gate City by a score of 21-20. Kicking off for Virginia High is Fry. He hits a line drive punt that hits off of Trey Clark. Shoulder pad and goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for Gate City. So Blue Devils will take over at their own 20. They now trail the Bearcats by a score of 21-20. Plenty of time. 10:56 left in the ball game.
Oh yeah, plenty. Certainly plenty of time.
As the Blue Devils get in a different back in the backfield.
Yeah, we're players short.
Seaver Elliott is wing back on the right side. Split backs for the Blue Devils, two tight end. And off to Bond. He breaks one tackle, spins, and finally brought down up across the 25 at about the 26-yard line. And Bond's almost out here 1 against 2. If he's able to get a block out on the corner, he might be able to break a long one, but a gain of about 6 on the play brings up second down and 4. 10:30 to go in the game. Virginia High leads Gate City by a score of 21-20.
And I think we're going to be short a player here. I'm not sure.
As again, Blue Devils have to get a wing back in on the right side. And again, they hand it off to Bond on the slant. Over right guard, right tackle. He's going to be a yard or two short of the 30. He's going to need about a yard and a half for a first down at the 30. Ball spotted, 1 yard. Ball spotted at the 29, so third down and 1 as Trey Clark has been out of the game there for a play or two.
Yeah, I believe Vaughn's either tired or a little bit dinged up, Larry.
Yeah, Vaughn comes off here, off to the sideline, and I think they're working on his calf muscle. As a handoff is to Trey Clark, and he gets a first down up to about the 34-yard line.
Handoff to number 24, Trey Clark. Picked up enough for a Gate City first down.
Looks like they're working on Joseph's calf muscle, not his thigh muscle, his calf muscle.
Yeah.
On his right leg.
Cramping
maybe,
up.
Maybe cramping up a little bit. But it's 1st and 10 Blue Devils at the 33-yard line. They're on 33. Elliott, the wing back on the right side. They hand off to Trey Clark again, off the right tackle, right guard, and he only gets up to the 35. Only a gain of maybe 2 on the play. As Vaughn is getting ready to check back into the ball game for Gate City.
Gain of 2 yards,
Second down and 8 now for the Blue Devils with 8:40 to go in the ball game. Virginia High leads 21-20.
Well, we're having trouble getting lined up.
Yeah, we are. Blue Devils put Trey Clark in motion out of the full house. They hand it off to Bond around the right side, runs over one man, and is finally brought down across the 40.
Yeah.
at about the 43, and we get a 15-yard penalty thrown against Virginia High for piling on.
Well, he led in there with his helmet, Larry. He come in and speared.
So that'll add one penalty for 15 yards to the end of the run by Joseph Vaughn.
So Gateshead will have it about the 46 of Virginia High. And actually now down on the end of the field, that looks a little better than
Yeah, it does.
than the other end. A little better footing maybe.
Ball will be spotted at the 44 of Virginia High. 18 to go in the game. Blue Devils have it 1st and 10. At the Virginia High 44, Devils come with A.J. Johnson at a tight end. Man, the Devils go in motion, hand it off to Vaughn running right, and Virginia High smelled that play out. We run that 2 or 3 times. Vaughn gets a couple across the 45 down to maybe the 43-yard line. One Vaughn tackles another Vaughn. Josh Vaughn on the tackle of Joseph Vaughn.
You know, Virginia High's done a decent job, as good as anybody has all year, of stopping our run. I mean,
I keep waiting, though, for us to line up in that formation and run back to the strong side. As Trey Clark goes in motion. Dusty keeps it, finds a hole, gets down to about the 30-yard line of Virginia High, 1st and 10. As Elliott comes up with a little slow.
left forearm, left wrist, it looks like might have got it, who knows, might got stepped on or something.
That puts Seth Clark back in the backfield. A.J. Johnson's got to stay.
Right.
As he started to come out. So it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at the 30-yard line of Virginia High with 7:15 to go in the ball game. Trey Clark in motion as Dusty keeps it and gets across the 25 down to about the 24-yard line. A good gain of about 7 on that carry.
Tell you what, 29 for Virginia High, better be careful.
Was that right?
He's
running his mouth?
Well, yeah, he's drawing attention to himself, and the official gave him a good eye there.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up 2nd down and 4 with 6:40 to go in the ball game. Gate City 2 tight ends, the full house again with Trey Clark in motion. And Dusty keeps it again. This time he's brought down, I believe that's Vaughn, at about the 21.
It is Vaughn, 29. He's the
guy been running his mouth, he's there.
yeah. Yeah, him and Doc take turns.
It's going to be a yard short of the 1st down. Bring up 3rd down and 1. Just Blue Devils don't really have to get it to the 20 for a 1st down, just short of the 20.
Yeah.
Vaughn at fullback. Trey Clark in motion. They hand off to Vaughn. He's at the 20, the 15, fights forward and gets down close to the 10. Stopped short of the 10. It's going to be 1st and 10 Blue Devils at about the 11 of Virginia High. You know, we're playing a guy here that's been out of the Blue Devil lineup for a while, Daniel McMurray.
Right.
Checking in. Daniel's in. I noticed that clean uniform there, and Daniel been injured and back in playing at the right tackle spot here tonight. Clock running 5:38. We have an official's timeout as one of Virginia High's players had dropped his mouthpiece, I think.
Yeah.
The ball's spotted, looks like at about the 12-yard line of Virginia High. Well, we'll call it the 11. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Virginia High 11, full house. 2 tight ends for the Blue Devils. Clark in motion again. As this time, Joseph Vaughn carries and is brought down
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, for a loss of about 2. As we run that play maybe a couple times too many. It's going to be 2nd down and about 13. I keep waiting us to go to the strong side.
2nd down 20.
Full house, strong side to the left, as this time Kaiser goes in motion, or Ellie goes in motion. And out to Bond to the strong side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Gate City from 13 yards out, right?
Now what you do is you just keep doing the same thing, and then you trick them. That's right. You always, again, knowing nothing about it, but I've always been told you do stuff to set up other stuff. And that worked out. Now, Larry, I believe Gate City will have to go for 2 here. Well, they have no choice but to go for 2. It's a lead 26-21, and need desperately to get this 2-point conversion.
Right. And Dusty Clark does check in back into the lineup. Blue Devils will line up with a full house, and Ellett sets Clark in the backfield along with Vaughn. They hand out to Vaughn, running left. He fights into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Devils lead Virginia High by a score of 28-21. Nick Bowen prepares to kick off here. On the near side to receive the kick is going to be Anthony McCoy. Far side is Josh Vaughn for Virginia High.
Well, the first thing, we've got to stop them here on this kickoff.
As Bowen hits a high end over end kick, it's going to hit. And finally, McCoy picks it up at the 15, running to his right with blockers in front. Has a whole host of blockers in front as he gets all the way up to the 40-yard line, and great field position for Virginia High.
Yeah, we just waited on him to come to us.
Yeah, I don't know. We just don't do a good job on kickoff return, or kickoff coverage, rather. Might be time to put a few starters in their own kickoff coverage.
Well, actually, I think we do. Yeah, it's hard. You can't play every play,
No, you can't. You can't.
We just, but again, that's one of those things you can't go rushing in there because he can run by you, so.
All right, it's 1st and 10 for Virginia High at their own 40 with 4:29 to go in the ball game. As they moved, they had to move. No flag.
Tackle him.
Well, it should be a dead ball foul. It's a legal procedure.
But they never threw the flag till way late.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. Somebody, the linesman on this end didn't throw the flag or blow the whistle.
And the sad thing about that is, Larry, that could have gotten somebody hurt. We could have tackled that. The kid running the ball had given up.
Yeah.
And if we really hit him there, but you got to step in there and make that whistle blow and get that flag on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
That was, or on the other hand, it could have worked just the other way, and they not called anything, and they could have broke a big one.
That's true.
And then I'd really been mad then.
5-yard penalty on Virginia High for illegal procedure. High snap. Bowers picks it up, cuts up, and is brought down behind the line of scrimmage for another loss. As he might have lost another yard on the play, back to the 33-yard line.
Sloan and Russell, I believe.
As the Blue Devils had people back there, the center just snap that time was almost over his head. That'd have been a break, wouldn't it?
And that's the first bad snap all night for them out of that shotgun, and they've done it on every play.
3:50 to go in the ball game. Gate City leads Virginia High 28-21. Devils in with three deep safeties. As Bowers keeps it, comes up and picks up maybe 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down about 11 here, or 12.
Should be 4th.
No,
3rd. That's right, the penalty. Penalty.
It'll be 3rd down 11. That's a more manageable down for them.
Well, if they got the ball, they've got a manageable down, in my opinion.
That's true, too.
10 yards is not a whole lot for them.
The Devils are still playing those safeties, 3 deep safety, cover 3. As Bowers gets a snap, looks over the middle, throws a pass that is complete, short of the 1st down marker.
Yep.
by about 2 yards. So
Yep.
now it's 4th down and 2
Well,
for Virginia High. And clock's still running inside of 2:50.
well, do they dare run it here with Bowers? Yeah, I mean, that's just about have to, I believe, if I was them.
Do you dare stack a line of scrimmage with your defensive players?
Well, you can't. First down don't beat you. Touchdown, gets you in trouble.
Maybe try that snap again as Bowers hands off to Doc, and he gets his first down.
Yes, he did.
Maybe a half yard. Gets across midfield, short of the 49, but all he had to do was get to the 50. We'll call it a 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 49.
Well, we had them in long distance there, and they were able to get a first down. They're hard to stop.
Devils with, this time, cover two safeties. Bowers drops straight back, looks, throws a long pass, that is. Oh, almost intercepted. Good coverage on that side by
Russell.
Joseph. Oh, yeah, Russell. That's who it was. I was thinking 31. It was Russell.
Yeah, it was Russell down.
That's unusual. A defensive end dropped back in pass coverage, but he had him. He never saw the football, Russell didn't.
No, but he did a pretty good job getting back there with him.
I'm not sure that the receiver saw the football either for Russell.
I'll tell you who saw it. I believe it's maybe Dusty Clark or Vaughn, one that saw it. thought they might be going to catch it.
Now Blue Devils with 3 deep safeties as Bowers looks back, throws a short pass across the middle, man breaks it, and gets another first down inside the Blue Devil 40 down to the 39.
Yeah, McCoy lined up on this side and just kind of got a little lost going through there and picked up the first down.
Ran a little drag pattern across.
And looks like Virginia High will take a, well, now will they? Yes, Virginia High takes a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break.
Back at Legion Field, we've got 1:54 to go. Virginia High has it 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 30, we'll call it the 38. I think that's their first timeout this half. Is that not right?
Yeah, I believe it.
I believe they got 2 timeouts left. And 38 yards to get into the end zone.
Well, no turnovers yet in this game. We sure could use one.
Bowers hands off to Doc, running to his right side, and we grab on and hold for everything we can get to keep his gain down to about maybe a 4-yard gain.
Keep him in bounds too.
Yep.
Plenty of time though. Minute and a half to go, 2 timeouts. That's all day.
And the way they throw the football, I mean, they run those patterns. That's all they've done, all year long under Coach Thurman. Is this offense? They can hit those seams. Bowers, no pressure, throws a pass too wide for McCoy, incomplete. As finally Gate City got a little bit of pressure on him.
I believe that's Franklin. Maybe.
It was Franklin. Stops the clock, makes it 3rd down and 7 for Virginia High. Ball spotted at the Gate City 35. Andy Bowers. Wonder how many times he thrown the football tonight. 30, 35?
55 last week, and he's thrown it a bunch tonight.
2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Devils with 2 deep safety, cover 2. Bowers rolls to his right. Johnson can put some pressure on him. Pass too high and incomplete. Now it's down to 1 down for Virginia High. That brings up 4th down. At about 7:16 to go. A.J. Johnson that time got the pressure to him, made him rush his pack.
We've been here before. We need to get them stopped. And timeout will be asked for by Virginia High. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
It's 4th down and 7 for Virginia High. We all, during the break, sitting here figuring out what kind of play Virginia High is going to run. And Mark said, I believe I'd throw a screen pass here for Virginia High. They did throw it once tonight, but they got good yardage. So Blue Devils with 2 deep, 3 deep safeties.
Well, the main thing is still not let them in the end zone, even if they get the first down.
Bowers drops back, throws a pass over the middle, incomplete. The man had it, dropped it. He didn't have his first down when the ball hit him in the hands, but
He would have probably got it.
Josh Jordan dropped the pass. Gate City takes over on downs. Virginia High can only stop the clock one time.
That's right. It should be over, Larry. You take a knee, they burn a timeout, and you got 50 seconds, minute 12. Yeah, they can't get it back. All we need to do here is take a knee. Take three knees.
Three knees will do it.
Yes, it will. Let's don't make the Lebanon semifinal game snafu.
Blue Devils, other than the Lebanon game, Mark, toughest game they've had. I mean, I know South kicked their butt, but I mean, back and forth, toughest game we've had other than the Lebanon football.
Yeah, and Gate City will ask for a timeout as the play clock runs down to 0. And we'll take a 30-second break.
Back at Legion Field with minute 12 to go in the ball game. Virginia High, if you just joined us, trails Gate City by a score of 28-21. And on a 4th down and 7, on a pass play, the receiver Josh Jordan dropped the ball. Incomplete pass. Gate City takes over on downs, and we can go to the maybe go to the victory formation here in just a minute. We might try one running play. We hand off. No, we don't hand off. Clark keeps it. Rolls around the right side. Breaks it. 45-50. Finally spun down in Virginia High territory. Boy, wouldn't that have been a nail in the coffin?
That'd have been like that hobnail boot, wouldn't it?
That'd have been like salt in the wound there, wouldn't it?
Well, that now, it's history.
1st and 10 at the Virginia High 46-yard line for Gate City. Dustin Clark has just given the Blue Devils a first down, and we have a timeout on the field for an injury. It looks like maybe
A leg.
Bonds
Got a leg cramp, Larry, I believe. Yeah, he does. And
I thought maybe he had a cramp somewhere else. He was running his mouth a while ago, but this is just in his leg.
Yeah, he's got, looks like both of them might be. We'll take a 30-second break right here. The injured Bearcat able to, with a leg cramp, able to get off the field.
Clock running after the Bearcat went to the sidelines, and now the Blue Devils can go to the victory formation with only, less than 40 seconds once we snap the football. And Dusty takes the snap, goes down to a knee, and Virginia High had one timeout left. They'll take it right now.
Yeah, that's a good move. Wet night, who knows? I mean, you could get a bad snap somehow. So
Great.
Not likely, but no need to take them home with you either.
Well, Coach Sturman brought these Bearcats in here and probably played the Blue Devils tougher than we've been played by Virginia High
in a long time.
In a long time.
Yep. Yeah, they came down here and took it to us pretty good, and that's what a rivalry game's all about.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I like a good rivalry, and by golly, they're my rival and always has been.
Second down 11 now after the Blue Devils took a knee with 34.4 to go, and Clark will line up under center, take the snap, go to the knee again, and depending on when the referee chops the clock.
Which he's not going to until after the clock runs down.
And this will be that will be the last play of the ball game. Gate City comes away with a 28-21 victory.
And I'm going
over the Bearcats.
Let you talk to Coach Roberts.
All right, Coach.
Hey.
Congratulations first to you and those kids out there.
Yeah, those kids, it's a win. It's an ugly win, though, what?
Well, it was, but a win's a win is a win, right?
That's right.
That keeps your goal of winning the district championship intact.
Yes, it does. Yes.
And we all surmised what might have gone on at halftime here. Did you change the defense any? It looked like in the second half you might have had some linebackers where you used them in pass coverage the first half.
Right, we did. We did a little bit of swapping around. And just the offense still, we were takes us a little bit to get started, I guess. We just told them, guys, the chain gang, you got to do it. It's you. And you come out, we told them, we said, guys, we got to come out this first drive, the second half we get the ball, we need to go down and score. hold them 3 plays and out, and we did the first couple of times, and I don't know, the roughing the passer call, and I'm sure we might have said something. I hope
You coach them, don't you?
It wasn't.
No, I don't think it's probably just a complaint about the call.
I think, it might have been
But, it's a big win, boy. Anytime, you got people like me and Mark and a lot of people in this area that remember back in the 60s when Virginia High, and Mark don't, but I do.
I told them I remembered, and we got beat up on my junior year, and their coach run their mouth how he'd never seen a Gate City team shy away like we did, and I told them, I said, I hate this bunch worse than I do Powell Valley. And they looked at me like, what? And I said, I hate this bunch worse. I said, they had us shying away, and it's been a great rivalry. We went at them, and they went after us. They've got some good athletes and stuff.
Well, these kids, though, these kids on this team today don't realize how big a rivalry it's been over the previous year.
When we went to the LPD, Powell Valley kind of took over the Virginia High stuff, and now it's coming back, and it's been like you said, back in the 60s and the 70s, it was a humdinger of a rivalry, and maybe we'll learn. But like you said, it's a win. A win's a win, boys.
Everybody seemed to be pretty healthy.
Yeah, well, pretty much we are. We're pretty healthy. We got just a few bangs and bruises while we've played now 8 games in a row, and no break. And of course, if we can make it 2 more weeks and keep healthy, we'll have a couple weeks off to heal up and get it. We'll be going scout and give our teams. Hopefully, we can win out this, and we'll win the district, and hopefully get to play our first playoff game here, and be our #1 seed in the region. Hopefully, so things work out right.
One thing Brent, Mark and I talked about at halftime off camera, but Mark made the comment about just think how many times Vaughn only run the football in the first half.
Yeah.
Mark said, coming out in the second half, you watch and see if we don't spoon feed him a little bit.
Yeah, well, we think might have some people stealing our signs and some things, And,
is that right?
Well, yeah, I'll stop right there before I say too much. But we went and made some few changes, not a lot of changes. We just kind of challenged, hey guys, we're watching. We're not firing off and going to the whistle. We're firing off and stopping and watching our backs. I guess. Last week might have spoiled us a little bit. Lord, we had Joe run the ball twice. And it might have spoiled us. And we're young. Remember, we're young. We, got 2 seniors on the line and a bunch of sophomores, and that comes with it comes with youth.
Just think what a coaching potential you got after this game. To take this film and grade this film and say, now look here. If you do these things here and you do these things here, this game won't be that close.
And compare the first half to the second half.
Yeah.
And not making excuses. That field is a quagmire out there, and it held up great. We were saying, boys, after the night, this field, but you look out there, and the middle looks like an old Gate City middle right now.
Looks like Canefield.
It does, it looks like back.
Hey, Brent, I know you want to get down to your team, and we appreciate you stopping by. And
appreciate you.
We'll look for you again next week.
Okay, I'll see y'all.
See you.
Gosh, Coach really wasn't very happy, was he?
No, he wasn't very. He's a little pumped, though, what?
Well, let me tell you something. Coach knows what this rivalry's all about.
Yeah.
He went through it, and I remember exactly what he was talking about when they beat us, and he said we was shying away from them. I think next year is 62-12. We didn't shy much away from them the next time, but and that was 30 years ago, Larry. But that you remember that stuff in a rivalry.
Those things stick with you. Hey, Mark, one thing people forget. This place over here and this team and this high school has a legend. We don't lose at Legion Field very often.
Not often.
Not to our district rivals in the end.
Not often.
We take care of business well here, and I've seen the record a few times over the past few years of what our record is at home, and it's I don't know where anybody in the area can touch our record.
Well, it would be, it'd be hard. There's, on this side of the state line especially,
right.
I think without question. But, you have to defend your home, and we do it pretty well. But now, having said that, let's give Virginia High a little credit. They came down here and played a good football game. They didn't turn it over, and they took us to the final second, or the final minute, and they, I thought they were a little better. They were better defensively tonight, obviously,
Yeah.
than they had been.
Yeah.
They might have arm tackled a time or two, but now they played pretty well tonight, and we had to give a good effort to beat them. And they're I think 4-4 now, maybe, or
might be right.
I believe that's right. And they're deserving of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
They really are. Even with a break-even record right now, they're very deserving of a playoff spot. Tim has said Powell Valley has beaten J.J. Kelly tonight.
Okay.
So that pretty much ends Kelly's hopes of winning the LPD and getting an automatic bid into the playoffs. And Kelly's still got Burton. They've still got Clintwood left.
Yeah.
And it's a good possibility if Virginia High can go 6-4, they could outpoint a 7-3 Kelly team and still get in.
Yeah, that's true. And I believe they have an open date, don't they?
I would think.
Yeah, we looked at it.
Yeah.
We looked at it today. They either play next week or they're off next week. They play next week and off the week after and play the week after or something. I don't remember. They do have an open date before their last game. So, yeah, you could very well see them again in the playoffs. And I just thought it was a great effort on both teams. Virginia High didn't do anything different offensively than we saw in the Jamboree.
No.
They pretty much ran everything. If they had some surprises coming down here for Gate City, as we've heard, it might have been in their defensive scheme.
Yeah, I thought defensively, they probably played their best game of the year defensively. I don't think that's going too far out on a limb, that Virginia High probably played their best game of the year defensively. But 21 points might be the least number they scored. I don't know what they got against Tennessee High, but against Virginia teams, I would say that's the least number of points they've scored too.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, a really good rivalry between these two schools, and the Blue Devils fortunate enough to come out with a victory here tonight. And as you said, a good possibility that these two teams could go at it in the first round of the playoffs. It's going to be too hard to tell. Gate City certainly in line to get a number one seed if they can just take care of business. I mean, if they win their last two games, obviously they're a shoe-in for that number one seed, and will play their first playoff game here on Legion Field. But
did Jim get a final score on the Lebanon game? How does another loss to Lebanon affect their playoff potential?
Well, they're going to be in, even if they lose to Lebanon, they're going to have, 3 losses to us and Tazewell and Richlands. If they do lose tonight, they're going to probably be.
Well, number 2, 3, and 4 PowerPoint teams all lost.
Right.
Lebanon lost, Kelly lost, Virginia High lost. That's your 2,
Right.
3, and 4.
Yeah.
And you can't count Powell Valley out of this thing
no.
getting in the playoffs.
They won.
They're going to be 3-4, and if they can win out and finish 6-4, if they win out, they'll get in.
Who they got left besides us in Appalachia?
Pound, I believe. It's hard to say, but the bottom line is all we can worry about is ourselves. If we go and take care of business, we'll be the number one seed. Let the rest of them fight it out, and they'll send somebody down here to play us in the first round. And I, for some reason, think we'll show up to play them.
How does that go? Is it 1 versus 4 or 1 versus 3?
1-4.
1-4 and 2-3, right?
And 1 and 2 host. And we've.
Well, that's 5 weeks away. We'll worry about that when it comes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We can speculate all we want, but it won't make any difference.
But this was a big step. This is a big step for the Blue Devils, not only getting to playoff status, but also a big step on having a chance to win the Clemson Mountain District Championship.
Well, they're guaranteed a tie no matter what happens. So, but a good win tonight for the Blue Devils here on Legion Field. So we get ready to wrap it up here tonight. Again, the Blue Devils next week go to Powell Valley. Just another bunch that I really want to beat. And I guarantee you we'll be ready to go. And, like Coach Roberts said, he thinks we're relatively healthy from an injury standpoint. I know we've had a couple of kids sick, and you never know.
No.
With the things that's happening now, you know, who's going to be not sick enough to play next Friday night. But hopefully, we'll have everybody at their best, and we go to Bullock Park and take on Coach Phil Robbins' Powell Valley Vikings, and they may be 3-4, but I promise you, you're going to get their best shot as we get from everybody. So y'all come out and support the Blue Devils, and we'll wrap it up from here tonight for Tim Hill and Larry Shelton. Mark Peters.